How's it going, guys? My name's Easygoing Grant, and I'm going to give you some tips as to where to start as a beginner guitarist. This will save you tons of time in the future, so let's just get right into it. A lot of people recently have started the guitar due to quarantine, but because we're not allowed to interact with other people, it's really hard to find a live teacher, so a lot of people are having to teach themselves online. I'm one of those, and I started teaching myself online just before quarantine started in about January. When I started looking for teachers to self-teach myself online, it's a very convoluted space. There's a lot of advice out there. However, a lot of the advice is coming from people that started playing the guitar decades ago. They don't know what it's like to be a beginner. It's been many years since they started. Because I recently started learning guitar, I have a few tips for new beginners that are trying to self-teach themselves on the internet. This information would have saved me a lot of time in the past if I had it earlier. Learning the guitar and starting out is really difficult, so it's ideal to have the least resistance possible. When you go on YouTube and search for guitar lessons, there's a lot of different lessons and there's a lot of different structure. That's where the problem comes in. There's no clear way how to get from point A to point B. And what I learned really quickly is that you learn a couple techniques and you get those down and you get really good at them. You try a song that includes those techniques and you end up lacking in a lot of other areas. So then you need to go back and learn different techniques, and then you come back to the song and you're still lacking in even other areas. So wouldn't it be nice if we could start somewhere and have a clear outline and work our way to improve our skills and be able to play songs that are within our realm with just some normal practice? That's the ideal layout to learn guitar. However, when you're searching on YouTube, you get some information from here, some information from there, and you end up having a lot of gaps in your guitar playing. I spent many months just looking up different techniques, different songs, learning how to play them, but I wasn't really growing some of my areas. I was really struggling in hammer-ons and pull-offs. I didn't know how to get better at them. It wasn't until later I realized that most techniques are something you're gonna have to practice every day for a long time to actually get it down and have it sound good when you use it. When I first started out, I used YouTube, searched around. I decided that was enough, and I decided to try a different medium. I was getting ads about Fender Play, and I realized that Fender Play actually has 3 free months for beginners. I'll link that down below in the description if you want to use that. However, I really enjoyed it and it helped me learn, but it was holding my hand almost too much. It didn't allow me to think for myself or practice on my own. It kind of just had me practice its own songs. It had me practice the simplified version of those songs, and I kind of wanted to be able to delve into guitar and be able to explore it more myself. And I'd rather have ideas of what I should be practicing, be able to pick things for my own. After about 2 months, I went through the whole Fender Play progression and I about finished it, and I decided I still had some holes in my playing and I really wanted to find something that would work for me. And that's when I looked into justinguitar.com. So again, I'm gonna link him down in the description. He is by far one of my favorite teachers for beginners, and I think everyone when they're starting out the guitar should try Justin Guitar. He has been making lessons for decades on YouTube and has a free website that is donation based only, that has a perfect outline from how to get to a beginner, to an intermediate, to an advanced guitarist. And right now I'm just starting to get into the intermediate, and there's still things I'm learning every day. It has totally changed my practice routine. Essentially, at the beginning, I was deterred from going to his website because every other website had been paid to use. I just figured that his website cost money as well. Once I got to his website, I saw that there was 9 stages for beginners, and I look into one of them. Each stage includes about 5 to 10 lessons, and each stage also aligns with multiple songs that he's also done lessons on. The best part of Justin Guitar is that he teaches you techniques, takes it slow, and then implements it into songs instantly. So when you're playing the songs, you can use the techniques that you've just been learning for the past week on lesson 7, and you can really see the progress that you've been making. Also, Justin in each stage includes a practice routine with a rough outline of what you should practice for how many minutes per session, depending on how long you have to practice. Justin also delves into things such as ear training and music theory, which have been integral to me taking it to the next step with guitar and being being able to understand music better and play music by ear. So I think if you're a beginner guitarist, you should definitely check out Justin Guitar before anyone else, given some people may not like his teaching style or he may not have the best lessons for you, but I was really impressed with how much I learned when I started using Justin Guitar. So that's going to conclude my video. If you want more beginner guitar content, be sure to like and subscribe, and have a good one.